Welcome to week 44 of Scott's Reading Sports City, ladies and gentlemen. I'm back today all by myself again. My dad is at work today, so I am by myself today. And I have a lot to go over today, so let's get right into it. So first off, there are four very big games coming up this weekend in hockey. First games are tonight. Game 4 in Boston, Lightning and Bruins. This is going to be a very good game, but I think the Bruins are bouncing back in this game. I just don't see them losing 2 straight in Boston. So I think this series is going back to Tampa 2 apiece because I just don't think they're going to play as bad as what they did on Wednesday night. On Wednesday night. So I think the Bruins are going to be taking this game over the Lightning to put Game 5 on Saturday to see who takes the advantage on Sunday. Next up, the Sharks and the Golden Knights, LA and Vegas. LA and San Jose, you had a very good game. The series is tied at 2 apiece right now. Marcus Sorensen scored one of the best goals I've seen in the entire playoffs last week on Wednesday night. Looked like freaking Superman when he scored that goal. That was impressive. But I think the Vegas Golden Knights are going to take care of home ice in this game and take a 3-2 lead in the series going into the weekend. Next up on Saturday, and I also think the Lightning and the Sharks will win on Sunday to make that series 3-2 Lightning, and then force Game 7 over in San Jose for the other series. Next up, Penguins and Caps, a series that has been doing very well. This series is not disappointed. Ovechkin and Crosby, 2 of the best players in the NHL, going against each other. But I think Sidney Crosby is going to take advantage in this series. They won last night big, and I think they'll do it again tomorrow night. I think the Penguins will take the lead in the series 3-2 tomorrow night in Washington. But it should be a very nice series to finish off the season off between these two teams. Next up, the Jets and the Preds, 2 of the best teams in the Western Conference. Again, I just don't understand why they put all the seedings in the NHL. It's just so stupid to me. But I think the Preds are going to take care of home ice here. Predators win this game, and I believe that they will take a 3-2 lead in the series over the Jets on Saturday. Next up, into the NBA. After a couple of great weekends, it's now time for the big games to come around. First up, the San Antonio Spurs are hosting the Golden State Warriors. The Warriors are up 2-0 in this series and make it 3-0 tonight. I think Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Kevin Durant, Draymond Green, this is a very good team. I don't think anybody's beating them until they play Houston in the next round. So I'm going to take the Warriors to go up 3-0 tonight in San Antonio. Next up, the Rockets and the Jazz. The Jazz surprised me a couple nights ago taking the game in Houston. But I don't think they're going to win another one here. I think Harden and Paul and this team are just too much to handle in this series. I'm going to take the Rockets to take home court back and take a 2-1 lead in the series. And look for James Harden to have an incredible night tonight in Utah. Next up, the 76ers and the Celtics in Philly. Must win for the 76ers, in my opinion, down 2-0 in the series, and I think they get it. The 76ers are going to find a way to get a win here and get their first win in the series, try and battle back in the series. I think Joel Embiid and Simmons, Redick, and this team are going to be good enough to win this game and get on the board in this series. Next up, the Cavs hosting the Raptors, 2-0 in this series as well. And I think that the Raptors have been playing very well. They just can't beat the Cavs, and I think the Cavs are going to win this game again. Even though I want to see the Raptors win this series, I just don't think it's happening in this series. DeRozan and Lowry are playing great until like the fourth quarter, and then they just plummet. And I think that the Cavs are going to win this game in Cleveland and possibly sweep them in the next game. Next up, WWE's got another pay-per-view this Sunday. WWE Backlash should be an incredible show again. The ratings for Rumble last weekend was pretty good, not great, but we'll see how Backlash does this Sunday. First up for the Raw Women's Championship is the current champion, Nia Jax, puts her newly won Raw Women's Championship on the line against the former champion, the 5 Feet of Fury, Alexa Bliss. And I think Nia Jax is going to win this match again. She beat her at WrestleMania, and I expect her to do the same thing again at Backlash. Nia's just too talented for her to lose this title back to Bliss. And look at the height difference between these two. Nia Jax is up there at like 6 feet, and Bliss is down there like almost 5. So I feel like Jax is going to overpower Bliss and get the win and retain her Raw Women's Championship. Next up, the newly crowned SmackDown Live Women's Champion Carmella puts her title on the line against the former champion Charlotte Flair. This should be another good match, but I think Carmella's holding on here. Carmella just won the title about 3 or 4 weeks ago on SmackDown, and I just don't see her losing the title in her first defense of the championship. And this could be a little bit of a lengthy run for Carmella, so I'm going to take Carmella to retain the SmackDown Live Women's Championship and beat Charlotte Flair for the second time in a month. Next up, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens going against Braun Strowman and Bobby Lashley. This should be another good match. We've seen this match the last 2 weeks on Monday Night Raw, and I think it's going to be the same thing happening again. Strowman and Lashley should win this match, and I think that they will. They just have too much power on their side right now going against Kevin and Sami, but it should be another very interesting match to watch. And I think that Lashley and Strowman will get the win over Owens and Zayn. Next up, Roman Reigns, who is on a surprising 2 pay-per-view losing streak. And he goes against the newest member to the SmackDown Live roster, Samoa Joe. And I think Roman Reigns is winning this match. Roman Reigns needs this win more than Samoa Joe does. But I wouldn't be shocked to see Joe win this match either. But I just feel like Roman Reigns needs this win a little bit more, and I think he gets it. Roman Reigns will beat Samoa Joe at Backlash in a pretty good match. Next up, Seth Rollins goes against The Miz for the Intercontinental Championship. And I really think Rollins is hanging on here, because you've got the United States Championship over on Raw on SmackDown with Jeff Hardy. So you need to keep the IC title over on Raw, because you don't want to put both mid-major titles over on the same brand. So Seth Rollins needs to win this match, and I think he will. Seth Rollins should easily win this match without any trouble. Rollins retains the Intercontinental Championship and keeps it on Monday Night Raw. Next up, Jeff Hardy going against Randy Orton for the United States Championship. Randy Orton RKO'd Jeff Hardy last Tuesday night after their tag team match on SmackDown. But I just don't think Randy Orton's winning this match. I feel like Jeff Hardy has got a lot of momentum going on right now, and I feel like he will walk out of Backlash still your WWE United States Champion, and I just feel like this could be a long run for Hardy, so I'm going to take Jeff to retain the United States Championship over Randy Orton. Next up, Daniel Bryan going against Big Cass in another match kind of like the Alexa Bliss Nia Jax match, where one guy's really tall and then the other guy's down here a little, but I feel like Daniel Bryan needs this win, and I think he gets it to push that rivalry down the road to SummerSlam when he takes on possibly The Miz at SummerSlam. But I also think The Miz could come in this match and interfere and let Big Cass win this match, which could also happen, but I feel like Daniel Bryan's going to win this match clean, and Daniel Bryan wins the match and beats Big Cass. Next up, for the third time in a month, it will be AJ Styles putting his WWE Championship on the line against Shinsuke Nakamura. Last week at the Greatest Royal Rumble, it was a double count out for the championship last weekend, so of course AJ retains there. But I don't think he retains here. I think Nakamura needs this win. They need to push him as a heel, and I think they're going to give him a major push here. I think Shinsuke Nakamura is walking out of Backlash, your new WWE champion, but I also think AJ could retain, but I just don't see it. I think Nakamura is walking out of here, your new WWE champion. And also the Kentucky Derby is tomorrow at NBC, and I'm going to take Bolt Dioro, the 8-1 favorite. He's 4th on the betting line right now, but I feel like he is one of the heavy favorites in this. So I'm going to take Bolt Dioro at 8-1 to win the Kentucky Derby and look maybe at the Preakness coming up. And that will do it for this episode of Scott's Week in Sports today, ladies and gentlemen. I will see you guys right back here next week on Scott's Week in Sports. Like, subscribe, comment, and share on these videos, and I'll see you guys right back here next week. on Scott's Weekend Sports right here on YouTube. See you later, guys.